All right, test, test, test. Looks like everything is going good. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a great day. It's definitely an interesting Thursday here after all the stuff we saw yesterday. Bitcoin coming roaring back down, that 20-day moving average really causing chaos for a lot of us here. So today we're going to be going over the normal stuff, Bitcoin, things like that. And then I'm just going to be, answering some of your questions. It's a pretty chill Thursday night. Nothing really crazy has gone on besides some of the switch ups that we've been talking about. Loki wants to say hello. Oh, and a little bit of an update here. So I thought I was going to be able to stream tomorrow and Sunday. I might not be able to. It's kind of iffy at this point. You guys have known for over a month that my place has kind of been flooded. You can see this little candle here and some trash, basically. But you guys know that my place flooded a little bit, and I've had them working on my floors and stuff like that. Loki's, he's enjoying himself. But basically, they start work on it tomorrow. After all this time, finally, tomorrow is when they're going to get working on it. So that means this entire desk where I'm sitting, the camera, the lights, everything is going to be unplugged and moved. So I probably won't be able to stream tomorrow. I'll try to do a video update for you guys if I can. But as far as I know, they're going to be working all day. Then they're probably going to have to come back Monday. So I don't want to put everything back up and then, take it back down and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's good news. Loki. Oh, probably don't want you next to the fire, do I? Yeah, so that's good news there. But pretty annoying on the front that I'm going to have to pretty much move all my windows onto my floor in my closet so Loki can't get to them. Unplug my computer, unplug my camera. And I'm probably just going to record some stuff, actually, because I do have a review I'm going to be giving you guys about a new cryptocurrency wallet, which is going to be kind of exciting as well. So keep an eye out for that one. But yeah, basically just waiting for that to be done. Hopefully it happens sooner rather than later. Hopefully it only takes one day. If not, it'll be a couple days before I'm back able to stream after today. So just to keep you guys in the loop here. Hope you're doing well, Island Time and Nicholas. It's been a pretty choppy day, not going to lie, right? So we've been talking about us dealing with the 20-day moving average for a while now, and we've just seen a lot of choppiness over the past few days. I had been telling you guys about the negative oscillators and things like that, but frankly, I was kind of hoping that we might just be able to hold and then go up. Yeah, I mean, this time it doesn't seem like it. Because, a few days ago, I was saying, as soon as we started dropping back down below here, I was saying, okay, we're probably going to come back down here to the $42,000 range, or maybe back down to the $41,000 range. And what happened? We ended up having a boomer of a day, and then all of a sudden, over the last 24 hours, we've just been coming back down, going back into that general downtrend. But it's just been kind of interesting to see how this is all played out, because usually once we start breaking down below these moving averages, I don't know how to say it, we just usually stay down below them. We're not usually going all whiplashy on them, but it's been happening over the past few weeks, as you guys can tell. I'm hoping that, at least maybe we stay down below it. But if over the next few days I'm not able to stream, this is something I want to just let you guys, I want to help you guys understand this. It's kind of iffy right now because this has not been a level of resistance as far as that moving average is concerned. However, usually when we're in between these moving averages, like a 15 to 20-day moving average, you're going to see a little bit of a squeeze, almost like a Bollinger Band effect, and then you're going to have a big pop one way or another. Traditionally, in this type of circumstance, like I said, this pop would be going on the downward direction. That'd be breaking down closer to around $38,000. This is what we talked about way back over here when I saw us kind of tilting over. Well, again, just because the technicals are pointing that way doesn't necessarily mean that just because of what's going on with the Bitcoin ETF, and that's kind of been the wild card here. And every time I try to take a longer term short, it doesn't end well because we have these big spikes coming out of nowhere, and I don't want to deal with that. So these day trades in the 1 hour and 4 hour charts have definitely been guiding me so far. But overall, we still got that bearish move. I was hoping that yesterday, if you remember the title of yesterday's video, was like Bitcoin is trying to claw its way back or something like that, while like altcoins are booming, because altcoins were having some nice moves here. It still feels like Bitcoin is still trying to claw its way back up, but it's not having the best results as of yet. Go over here to the 4 hour chart. Just a few hours ago, we started having all these negative signals here, and it seems to continue down. We still have this order block and support level, let's just say kind of around $42,000. A little bit below, a little bit above, but pretty much around 42,000. I'm hoping we have an opportunity to bounce above it. Those death crosses still seem imminent over the next couple of days, though, sometime over the weekend. You guys know how, let's see. Where we at? There you go. Last week when we had a little bit of a downturn before Monday picked us back up and we were kind of chugging along. Maybe that'll happen again, but that death cross really does concern me. I'm hoping that Bitcoin can have something of a larger push up, which would probably mean that you're going to be looking to buy over the next, 16 hours, basically, as we're kind of testing out the support, looking for a reversal. That big pop would break us out sometime over Sunday for a breakout and move higher. That's going to be more of a whale move to me, basically, not so much of an organic type of thing happening. However, at this point, the 4-hour chart still looks bearish. The daily chart's now looking bearish as well. The 1-hour chart is where you guys are going to be doing all your day trading. We haven't really had a full buy signal here. Change the characters in the red. I guess we had a sell, sell, sell way back over here. I guess that's actually been working out fairly well. But as far as buying signals, we really just haven't had it so far. Even the last buy signal that we had was over here, here. Oops. Yeah, what was it? Buy, buy, buy. Change the character buy over here. So no matter what, it was kind of working out in your favor no matter when you bought over there. This one, you have a buy signal going on from the stochastic. The MACD is not there. The RSI is there, but we don't have that positive change of character. So to me, it's just not enough of a confirmation to say, hey, let's go, let's buy, let's rock and roll on the upside, at least for a few hours. I'm not even seeing that right now, so it's just kind of depressing to kind of watch this currently. But if you're shorting and you're following this, I guess, it is going to be working out pretty well so far. As far as the rest of the altcoin market, let me kind of stretch this down very fast. It looks like a lot of stuff is down 2 to 3%. You have a few things down 5% plus, like Bonk. These are some of the things that had gone up a lot, and they're still just finding their way down bit by bit. This is going to be the accumulation phase for people that really want to see this go up during the next big altcoin season run. Not many people like to buy back. Not many people like to buy back into these tokens after they've kind of had the rally. It's really up to you, but if you're going to be hopping into this, it's more of a dollar cost averaging. And this is for Bonk, or this is even actually goes for Solana right now, right? This is where you're going to start dollar cost averaging. I hope it can go higher and higher and higher. Solana is actually up just a tad today, while a lot of other stuff is down a little bit more. Just a little bit of a recap here. Bitcoin over the last week is down about 4%. Not too drastic, but people feel it in tons of different ways, especially if they're holding leverage. Ethereum is up 3% after the big boom we had a few days ago. BNB still surviving after that massive pop we had, actually, I think just the day before yesterday. Solana up a little bit. XRP's up a teeny bit. ADA's down quite a bit. AVAX is down 17%, a whopping 17%, after being up a little over 100% this month, so it's come down a little bit. Dogecoin's only down 4%. DOT's only down 1%. You got Tron and Polygon up a little bit. Polygon actually up around 18%. Still doing well, but over the last 24 hours, you can see that Polygon has dropped about 6.5%. So basically just playing it safe here and watching how everything plays out. That 1-hour chart is really doing me some solid good here as far as what I'm looking at on the crypto charts. And right now, Bitcoin, I hate saying the same thing, not even the same thing. Like, I feel like we're going to go down more, but man, it's not going to be some just like, oh, let's go down and it's going to be easy and peaceful. There is a lot of battling going on right now just because of all the ETF news. So I'm not even going to try to deal with that, even though, in hindsight, if I would have taken that trade, it looks like it would have worked I would have moved my stop loss up, or in this case, stop loss down. It would have triggered so fast that I wouldn't have even been able to take the majority of this profit, right? So just going to chill, watch this play out. I'm really just going to be trading the hour chart, maybe a mix of a 4-hour chart here, but the 4-hour chart's bullish, the daily chart's, the 4-hour chart's bearish, the daily chart's bearish, 1-hour chart is turning neutral, but not buying, not worth buying at this point. Maybe if we can hold over another few hours, we might get that move. With the MACD, bearish, stochastic. Well, I guess it's kind of like mixed right now, which is not good, and this is more of a neutral. And RSI has just turned bearish after having a little bit of a pop earlier. No change of character on the bullish side. We'd have to break back above 42,769 for me to get more excited about this. And right now, that doesn't look to be the the thing going on. Even over here on the 15-minute chart, you can see a couple sell signals that were happening right here, and they just launched us down a little bit more. We might see a little bit of an uptrend here, but that's not going to be, that's a scalper's play. That's not necessarily a day trader's play, if you get what I'm saying here. Okay. And hey, on time, Nicholas, happy to see you guys again. Hey, Discamp, set Mike, where you think this good buy zone for Matic will be? Let me figure that out here for you. It looks like it may come back down here to around 95, 94 and a quarter cents. That's probably going to be your best bet at this point in time. The way I'm looking at it right now, though, I would try to time it up a little bit more with what Bitcoin is doing with its 1 hour chart, because you're seeing right now we had a little bit of a level of support from this crash down here. Let me actually just draw that line there for you. We did just break down below it a couple hours ago. You've been seeing the MACD and the other oscillators kind of go all selling over the past few hours, and it's kind of confirmed that now. Let me see. We're holding a little bit of support over the 50 moving average. We're breaking down below the 20 on the 4 hour as well. I would say I would try to play the pop back off the 50-day or the 50 moving average in the 4 hour chart. The way it's looking right now is you're going to have a crossover over here, but I think as far as a day trade's concerned, you can start accumulating right around 94.5, maybe even 93 cents. You can try to go a little bit higher like I first talked about, but on the 4 hour chart, it looks like you may have a little bit more room to fall, really just coming back over here to this 94 cent range. On the other hand, you do have something up here at 98, but really we've already broken down below that support. That kind of matches up with this horizontal line that I just put on the chart. 93 to 94 cents seems like a decent range. Let me just, before I finish off here, just put a little Fibonacci level just to see if anything's actually working here. A little bit of support broke down. 94, 94, it comes back down to 90. You know, if you want to go off of Fibonacci levels, actually, let me not do that. Let me just do it this way because I don't like those numbers. Support there. 92 to 96, I feel like that's a little bit better. For me, though, I'd probably would just come down a little bit to 94 just to make sure you get a little bit of extra profit there. And make sure you're not buying in a little too early. Let me go just check out the 1 hour chart, though. Is it like slowing down at all? No, everything's going down, down, down. 2 hour chart, down, down, down. 4 hour charts just starting to get down, down, down. Yeah, you had a sell signal right here, and it just kind of kept on falling down, doesn't it? Yeah, 94 cents would be a good entry position here. Maybe if you want to get greedy, 93 cents. Weekly chart. Weekly chart, you're still kind of good here. So it's like kind of like buying a dip and hoping that we break out above the order block here, going into that next level of resistance all the way up here to 161, which is kind of crazy. Right now, just focus on trying to get back up to $1.23. I think that's a reasonable expectation if you're still trying to buy here after the weekly breakout. Stochastic's getting kind of wonky, but RSI and MACD are still looking fine. So that overall trend is still bullish. You're looking at another golden cross happening here sometime over the next few weeks as well, which should hopefully give it one more boost. And you know, Matic has sometimes been able to go really high, really fast, and having really nice moves, even if Bitcoin's been going more sideways or even going down. Matic has definitely had a much different history than a lot of other altcoins. Remember, this is May, June of 2021. This is January of 2022. January 2022. Bitcoin. January of 2022. It was all the way down here after a big crash. Matic was reaching a peak up here, so I think there's a good chance that Matic goes higher. There we go. Let's get that order block back on here. Yeah, Bitcoin definitely is coming down right now. Let's hope it can switch up just a tad. There we go. We got the order block on. That's all I cared about. And hello, low roller scratcher. Breaking news: Trump got removed for the main primary election and even general election. Jesus. I mean, I don't know. As far as politics goes, it's kind of a weird thing that we see happening right now as far as, like, you know, messing with the elections and whatnot. Hopefully the courts can get it settled out, but I don't know. I feel like people are just losing faith in the system if they're going to try to take Trump off the ballot. Because I think even at this point, I think the polls show them like even. But I think if Trump was losing by a lot or something like that, because of all the indictment stuff, perhaps he wouldn't be taken off the ballots like that if they were confident that he was going to lose. It's weird. Nothing you can do about it. Just, you know, call your representative or something and say, hey, I don't like this. Hey, I like this. Whatever you guys think. It's just going to be crazy for a while as far as the 2024 election. There's nothing we can do about it. And hey, I'm happy to see you, my man. Hope you got my answer to the question earlier you post on my post. I'd love to buy Mr. Michael Whitman a shot. Maybe it will happen someday. What do you call? Hey, what do you call? I mean, the most time I'll probably ever see people is when I go to Vegas, I guess. I don't really go out and drink all too much. Maybe every now and again. Really, I just drink in Vegas. That's my time where I feel free, I'm relaxed, and I don't have to worry about my dog and things like that. I'll let you guys know the next time I'm in Vegas, though. I don't know the next time, though, because I have to have my sister or somebody watch the dog, so it'll be a while. Hopefully I'll have the summer open. So here, my opinion on XRP. It's just, okay, before we even like just talk about XRP, let's just go back up here. XRP has not been doing anything, okay? Last 30 days, it's up like 3%, a whole lot of nada. So you may say that maybe it has an opportunity to pop, or maybe it's just kind of waiting for some type of larger move. So as we go over here to the daily chart, you'll see this kind of just consolidation happening, basically. And we've been trying to hold, we've been trying to break out. Nothing's really been happening. It's just getting more and more squeeze. Recently, what's been happening is we've had a death cross on the daily chart. It led to a little bit of a drop, but really not much has been happening. You can even go over here to the oscillators. It's been much more mixed because we have just been going more sideways. RSI has been a lot of negative and positive. Stochastic was negative over here. I guess it did go down a little bit more, but MACD just turned positive along with it. And I guess both went buy right here. That would have been a hard place to buy. You'd be technically losing some money right now. But yeah, it's kind of been a mixed bag. As far as I'm concerned right now, if you're bullish on Bitcoin breaking out over the next week and a half or 2 weeks here with all this news coming out with the Bitcoin spot ETF, what you're really doing is you're just using this as one large accumulation zone for XRP, waiting for that breakout to take you back above the 70 to 75 cent range, or excuse me, 70 to 74 cent range. After that, you're really just looking to get back up here towards the, let's just call it the 80s to 90 cent range. That's what you're really playing for here. If you're looking for week after week after week and you're holding this for like 2 months or something, then you might get really optimistic and say 121 if this altcoin little rally really just gets into high gear. But for now, you're using this as an accumulation zone to try to get back up here just into the 80s and 90s. That's where my price target would be right now. The weekly charts are still bullish, although I saw the MACD is kind of slowing down. Stochastic is still fine. RSI is more mixed. Again, it's just going too much sideways here to be like all in. Daily chart, buy as far as the MACD and the stochastic. RSI is kind of in this weird neutral position. And of course, we really haven't had a change of character in a while. Last change of character buy signal where everything was telling you to buy was all the way back over here. And it took a few days before ultimately jolting off there. For now, it's kind of just buy, hold, and see what happens. Place your stop loss somewhere around the 58 cent range and just kind of wait to see what happens. From 63 to 58, that is a pretty large stop loss. That's about a 7% stop loss. Maybe that might be too much, but if you're buying right now and you're hoping to just get back up here to the 80s, then it makes sense because you're looking for about a 30% profit. First stop is going to be around 70 cents. That's about a 12% profit, still double 2-to-1 ratio. But when you start popping it up here to 83, 85, 80, 90 cents, let's just go down to 80. The ratios, it's okay. It's over 3-to-1, which is kind of what you're looking for. But that's the type of profit you're looking to get if you're buying in right now on XRP. And again, Bitcoin looks like it wants to come down a little bit more, so you may even find a better opportunity to buy into it. We're basically just saying that, hey, even if Bitcoin's coming down, we're not expecting Bitcoin to have a complete flush out back down to 38,000. The technicals say that's where we want to go because of all the movement from neutral to bearish over the past few days. However, we've been here before. We've been here a couple times, right? What ended up happening is these larger moves coming down. When I told you, hey, we're looking pretty bearish over here. What happened? We did nothing for a while. We had a crazy crash. I'm like, uh-oh, does that mean we're going to be breaking down back down here, right? No, we just ended up having a large spike. And then all of a sudden, same thing would happen over here. Oh, hey, it looks like we're coming down over here. Oh, we come down pretty hard. Oh, we just come right back up. So, I'm not going to say this is going to flush all the way back down, even though the technicals would say, yeah, we're coming back down. You know what? At this point, I expect a drop. That drop may just take us back down to 41,000. Then we should have a pretty big ricochet effect back up. The one thing over here is that we never actually came close to the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. Now we are. Maybe that's a little bit of a difference. But like I've been burned so many times by saying, hey, wow, we're looking really bearish right here. And I like to accumulate during these kind of bearish zones. Oh, look at the change of character. Look at everything saying to sell, sell, sell. Well, you sell. You make a profit if you're day trading. But if you're swing trading, that almost hits your stop loss. Or if you're trading over here, that does hit your stop loss. And then you're like, I had an opportunity to make like 30% back with leverage. And all of a sudden I'm losing 20%. Like what's going on? So it's kind of a nightmare right now for me as far as how I like to trade and using some of this data. So the way I'm recommending people that trade that like to trade my type of style is just to do a couple day trades, maybe even a short-term swing trade, 1 to 2 days. But like if it hits that price target, close the position, walk away. You made your money. You're happy. Enjoy the new year. Pay less taxes, or pay more taxes, I guess. But yeah, it's just the way it is right now. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And hey, Ken, I think I did. I'll let you know because I have 2 accounts on there. I'm changing up one of them though, so it'll just kind of follow this 1 hour strategy, and I'm gonna see if I can automate it somehow. Well, not automate it, but just have alerts so every time it happens, I'll be able just to place the trade. Is B&B a good short now? I'm short from 327. Same concept applies to what I just said with Bitcoin. The indicators can say one thing, but the price of Bitcoin just goes in a completely opposite direction after it makes that initial move. So as far as this is concerned, we're hitting an order block right now. You are smart to place a short at that level of resistance. At this point, RSI is still positive, stochastic's more neutral, and MACD is still very positive. The 4 hour chart, you're just now starting to get to negative, so the RSI is negative, the stochastic's negative. MACD is definitely getting negative here over the next 4 hour period. So yeah, I would say you're good. You're probably going to see a pop over the next day or so as it tries to bounce off the 20 moving average here on the 4 hour chart. That may kind of scare you a little bit because it may actually come all the way down to like 307 or something, or maybe let's just say 311. From there, it might pop all the way back up here to like the 326, 327, back up to kind of where you shorted it. And then it might continue on as a form of lower highs and lower lows. It's up to you to determine if you want to close the position at the 20 moving average on the 4 hour chart, or if you want to play it out and see if you can make something else happen. Traditionally, the way I play these things, because I'm kind of more concerned because, this is a 4 hour chart, you hold this for so many candle bars, you're looking at a whole day going by, and that goes into the more of a swing trade territory. The way I like to play this, if I'm here, let's go to the 1 hour. So let's say I got the selling signal right. Let's go right there. That's good enough, yeah. Okay, so we pretty much had a sell signal right around here at this zone, if you will. Right there. So let's say you took a short somewhere between 329 and even over here on 332, anywhere in that zone. At the hour charts, that's how I like to play them. I would be looking to close this position once these things start to reverse a little bit more, or once we hit a level of support. For me, I'm usually okay taking my profits right around here. Let me actually show you why. I'm eyeballing this, but I know I've looked at this stuff way too much. Right? Oh, actually, I'm off a little bit. A little hair. I thought we would have actually hit the blue line here. Oh, wait. Can I move this up a little bit more? Let me magnetize it. Oh, no. You're this far away from it. But basically, usually when you hit that blue line right there instead of the white one, usually you're going to be fine as far as taking your profits there. Longer term, you're probably going to come back down here to 307. But again, it really depends on where that 50 is on the 4 hour chart here, because that's where, the 20, because that's where you're going to have that bounce. 306. So 306, it might move up to 310 or something like that over the next few hours. So at 306, 307 right now, and that kind of matches up with the order block. You're probably going to see this trickle back up eventually. That may last a few hours, and you're probably going to be more inclined to sell during this time frame. 15-minute chart, how's it looking so far? Hasn't turned bullish here. It turned bullish just a few minutes ago. So RSI is turning bullish. You may see a small change of character that tries to push it back up here to 322 or maybe even 324. That's where people may decide to, they might have moved up their stop loss all the way down here to 322. That's probably where it would trigger. But at this point, yeah, it's a good short. It just depends on what your price target is and how your confidence is over the next few hours of holding it. But yeah, solid trade. Good job. There we go. Based off the 1 week Bitcoin USD chart, would say getting into a short would make sense as we anticipate the RSI to cross down the upper band, set 70, as well as cross down the RSI base in May. Well, yeah, yeah, that's true. The thing about it is the way I usually look at these types of things. Let me just go to a plain Bitcoin chart so I can just not worry about all the extra indicators here. Okay, here's the weekly chart. Here's the stochastic. This is my personal stochastic. Let me add the regular one on here for you very fast and take off my personal one with different settings. Different settings completely. All right, now we're going to go over here to the MACD. Okay. You can see Bitcoin's price action right here. You can see the stochastic getting kind of muddy, neutral, ick. Not great, but not necessarily terrible. You haven't seen that crossover back down below the 80 mark here. MACD slowing down, but it hasn't turned negative. I'm usually the guy that waits until everything turns negative before I really start going hard on the other direction. So here, if you were to go off the basics, the last time we saw this happen, it was right here. Okay, right there. You can see below that the stochastic at the time was well below the yellow line, or it was, in bearish territory. So you can see right there, or you can see the stochastic told you to close, start trading right around here. Either one works. I'm much more of a conservative trader, so I want multiple reasons to open up a trade. Now, from here, we had to change the character. Everything was screaming sell, right? But you already had the crossover. Everything was kind of working in your direction. You place the trade and you're good to go. If you try to go against that grain a little bit, let me see. When's the last time it could have been possible to go against the grain? There really isn't a time where we actually went across the grain. Sell, sell, sell. It just kept on coming down. Buy, buy. It did keep going up. Sell, sell. Kept on going down. Yeah. Usually, I'm patient and I wait for those settings to actually show themselves. If maybe you're looking for something of a longer term short where you're holding for a period of 1 to 2 months, I can actually see that working out in your favor. But for now, we're still in this consolidation phase where we're in the continuation pattern where we technically should break up and go to the next level. I'm really banking on that because everything really isn't bearish just yet. It's just showing a decreasing of the momentum. And until we see that confirmation on the bearish side, I'm just a little bit more hesitant. Doesn't mean you can't short now. It just means that historically, I want to be really sure that when I open up that trade, I have a pretty good percentage of making money off of it. To me, just looking at that one isn't going to give me that confidence. But I think, if you hold on for a little bit more time, it'll definitely go down and you'll make a profit off of it. It's just how long do you want to hold it, things like that. There you go. Like I said with this, the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin, sell, sell, sell. It kept on coming down, short amount of time, but you take your profits. It's too much right now to expect us to come crashing all the way back down based off of how the market's been performing over the last few month and a half or something. It's been like I said, it's been annoying, it's been crazy, but at a certain point, I'm just like, you know what? Throw my hands up. I've tried it so many times. I'll just take my small profits on, well, not even small profits. It's just not as big as you would expect because you're only in the trade for up to a day or something. So you take those profits and you don't expect to have those really, really massive profits like you might expect when Bitcoin moves for weeks at a time in a single direction. We're not having that right now. We're kind of just ranging and going real choppy, which sucks again, but there's still money to be made. It's just like a patience thing here. And hey, Coinface flying to Vegas tomorrow. Enjoy it. You're going to have fun over there for New Year's Eve. I heard it's going to be really, really nice over there. I almost thought about it, but I want to make sure I spend Christmas with my family. Then I could have came back here, but I was like, I came back to Vegas. So I was like, nah. A whole week in Vegas, it tired me out. It was nice. The food was nice. My gosh, I spent way too much money on food. But enjoy yourself in Vegas. It's gonna be hoot. I love it so much. CoffeeZilla exposed Mr. Beast scam today. I haven't been up to date on CoffeeZilla. Let me go over here very fast. Let me get the music spot. I'm not going to play it. But there you go. It's called Insane Creator Scam. Not entirely sure what it's about. They're probably talking about some stuff here. So, what do you call? it'll be interesting for me to watch this a little bit later. It's only 21 minutes, which isn't too bad. The Sam Bankman-Fried one is a whole whopping 50 minutes. That is absolutely insane. But yeah, give it a look, guys. CoffeeZilla has made its brand off of going after really large crypto creators and people that try to scam other people, in other ways. I don't know what Mr. Beast did though. And hey, Flux, how is the price action concepts indicator worth the upgrade? The way I'm going to describe it is, I know Lux Algo gets pushed out a lot by people because they want the commissions, right? And if you ever do upgrade, I not prefer, but I just ask you use my link so I get a little kickback from it. For me, this is the way I view Lux Algo. If you're making money, you're making a profit off of their smart money concepts indicator, like you're using it for help, and it's helping you make a profit, then you will upgrade to price action concepts. That's the way I personally view it. I would not just jump into it if you're not making a pretty decent profit with the smart money one. The smart money one is free. I would consider it price action concept with training wheels. The way I would suggest going about it is trying smart money concepts, going into the Lux Algo Discord channel, asking them a whole bunch of questions and learning as much as you can. Understand that people are going to take the time out of their day to help you out. Listen to them, don't argue with them, be very, very nice and courteous, let them help you, do paper trading with it, see how you like it along with my indicators and other stuff like that. From there, the way you're going to go is just see if you're making money with it. And if you're making money with it, then you could pop down some money for the Lux Algo price action concepts, and you could even put it together with their oscillator. So, Lux Algo pricing. There we go. So let's go to the monthly, because I don't know how, I mean, you could pay annual if you guys want to. I just think most people probably prefer monthly, just so they can really test it out. There's a few. There's the $35.99 level. Let's just call it 36. There's the 55 and the 84. If you just want the price action concept, it's going to cost you $36 a month. Most of you guys can probably bring in $36 a month on while using the smart money concepts, but maybe if you're a really new trader, maybe you can't. That's totally okay. Do the process: Discord, learn, paper trade, real trade, make the profit, buy the package. I guess most people would probably go for premium because you get the oscillator on top of that, which is a whole nother sort of tools, which is really, really cool. I don't use it too much because I like I'm an old man when it comes to trading. I learned before all this stuff came out. So I learned from books talking about MACD, stochastics, and stuff like that. Maybe with a little bit of an AI twist now, kind of fine-tuning my settings for what I like. But here, let's go over here. Let's get rid of this one. Let's drop this down. Let's go over here to invite only scripts. Let's go to Lux Algo Oscillator Matrix. All right, so this is what the Oscillator Matrix looks like. If you want to pay the extra money, that's basically what you're getting. Community access with scanners and bots. You get all that. You get bots too. That's kind of cool. I have never used the bots. Maybe I should. I might even try to introduce these bots into my Telegram group. That may be interesting. Oh yeah, also I put it in the link in the comments. A lot of you guys have been telling me that you guys aren't seeing my YouTube videos show up fast enough. So when I tell you guys something like a few days ago, I was like, hey, Bitcoin's pretty bearish here on the 1 hour chart. I'm expecting a dip, and then let's see if we rip back up after that. Well, it dipped and then it ripped back up. But not a lot of you guys saw the video until a while later. I'm gonna go over here very fast so I don't break YouTube. Yeah, December 24th. Okay. So most of you guys saw it within this little period. The people that kind of watched it over here, you guys have been telling me for a while now saying, hey, I'm not getting your videos fast enough, even if I have the bell icon turned on and you guys are subscribed. Basically, what I've come to understand is that YouTube will, even with the bell icon, it'll notify you of my video when it thinks you're more likely to watch it. So not immediately, but YouTube knows when you're taking a break from work. That's when it knows you. That's when it's gonna give you the notification. So what I've done is I made the Telegram group. The link is right there. You guys can't talk in it. I will make a public Telegram group eventually, but I'm just getting used to having a Telegram channel, and I'm just going to post my thoughts on the charts and stuff like that. And if I can, maybe I'll see if I can get a Telegram bot in there, and maybe I'll have it set up so every time the Telegram bot goes off, there's like a little there's a little bit of a Lux Algo ad in it saying, hey, if you like this alert, sign up for Lux Algo or something like that. Not because I want you guys just to be blasted with ads, but I think that's the way that I'd be able to get it for free without having to pay like $1,000 or something bucks to Lux Algo to get that product for you. And you guys know how I feel. Like I'll tell you guys, don't just go out and buy it. Test out the free version, Smart Money Concepts. If it's making you some money, plop down the $36. If you want to go large, you can go to 55. But basically, I would just start off with the essential, then move up to premium, and then go ultimate if you really want to go there. But you should be making over $84 a month in order to pay for this. So don't buy this and hope that it makes you $84 a month, because that's usually not going to work out the way you want it to go. And I like the fact that how do I say this? So when they pay me a kickback or something like that for you guys signing up, there's two ways that I can make money off it. I can make money off of you buying it for 1 month and then just saying, oh, this isn't for me. I still made money. But if you guys go in there knowing what you're doing and you buy it and it's working out in your favor and you guys are paying for it month after month after month, I'm getting paid month after month after month. So I really feel more of an incentive to get you guys to be profitable with it. So I'm making more money. You're making more money. Lux Algo's making more money. Everybody's happy. But I really just don't want to send you over there. You buy it not be fitting your taste or something like that, and then you quit. I still make some money. Lux Algo still made some money, but you didn't make money. That I'd prefer if you just try out those Smart Money Concepts and then go from there. You could try to just jump in if you wanted to. Really, it's just how much time do you have to really get excited and go into the Discord, learn everything you need to know, because their YouTube videos are much more on the entertaining side and they're much more pizzazzy. Whereas, my YouTube videos are much more dry, logical. I try to just tell you guys what my opinions are, why my opinion is like that, without having all the flashy transitions. I will have more flashy transitions in the future, but it won't be about technical data. It'll be about my top 5 favorite stocks for 2024, top 5 AI picks for 2026 or something. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, that's the way I would approach it there. Let me know if you have any more questions about Lux Algo, though. Because they don't necessarily sponsor the channel, but they let me use their products for free, and I know the owner, he's a really chill guy, so, I know a lot about Lux Algo. I know a lot. Any Brainwaves GRT? Yeah, I think that's an AI one, isn't it? Oh, definitely taking a dip over the last hour. How big of a dip was that? Or am I just, let's see. Yeah, it's a 5% dip. Wow, it's had a little bit of a resurgence here. Almost at the order block, came back up just a tad. Okay, there you go. Oh, it had some resistance up here at some of these Fibonacci levels. How long ago was this Fibonacci level, though? Yeah, this Fibonacci level was ages ago. Ages ago. So let's get rid of all this stuff. One level hit it right there, yeah. Okay, so it did hit a little bit of resistance, kind of around that, 20.5 cent mark, 0.2050. That's not bad. Okay. Now, coming back down, it does look like it wants to come back down to that next level of support, which is close to around 1757. You can see that line there. It pretty much engulfs what we talked about over here, over here, over here. It's a pretty solid level of support, and you're already seeing that 20-day moving average kind of creep up higher. The way Bitcoin's going, Bitcoin may have at least one more flush out before trying to make another high. That being said, you'll probably see it try to break down below the 20-day moving average. You'll probably see it be kind of violent, and it may even come back down a little bit lower, closer to maybe 16 to 16.5 cents, or for a nasty wick for you to buy before it tries to hold back above that 20-day moving average. 4-hour chart right here, order block, breaking down below this order block as well as the 20-day moving average. That's where, like I said, you're going to see it come all the way back down here. I necessarily wouldn't be buying it at this price. It may actually end up holding this 18 to maybe like 17.69 range. To me, I don't think it's worth it because everything is still bearish. Nothing has really turned around. The 2-hour chart's bearish. The weekly chart's about to be bearish on the stochastic, but still bullish overall. Daily chart's about to turn bearish here. 1 hour is bearish in every degree. It might actually turn bearish or bullish for like a few hours though. You see Bitcoin trying to do the same thing here, but short term might even be worth buying at this 1829 level and playing it back up here to 1869. That's not really a lot of profit, to be honest, but if you're scalping, that's an easy profit for you. Just like Bitcoin, you're starting to see the turnovers here. MACD is about to turn over on the 1 hour chart after this order block. Stochastic is back to being positive, and RSI is back to being positive as well. So you have an opportunity right here where everything is looking out. Really, if you want to go up to the 50-minute chart, it is having a change of character move right here. So yeah, you're probably going to see a lot of people buying right here, trading back up to this 42,655. That tiny move is probably going to be replicated by a lot of altcoins over the next few hours. But overall, it looks like from day to day, it still kind of wants to flush back out. I would let it flush and try to buy in during that move. You're already seeing Bitcoin was having higher lows over the past few days. We already broke down below that. That's what I'm saying. It might have a little more of a pop, but ultimately we continue to go down here. I hope I'm wrong about that one, but every time I keep on saying we're having a dump, we have this dump, but then we have a nice rebound. That rebound is just as nice as any other play, so might as well play it if you got it. So just stick to day trading it. I think you'll be just fine right now. It seems to want to come down a little bit more. The entry point is already passed. We're getting into a short, so maybe you're just looking for some shorter term buy-ins on the 15-minute chart or the hourly chart for now. Hey, DV, Benke's doing really good. Let's see. And hey, Andy, what are my indicators and how do I get it? So I have a few indicators here. The first one I have is on the main screen right here with the order blocks and stuff. That's from Luxalgo. That's the one we were just talking about here. You can get it for 36 bucks if you want to. Same rules apply as that whole rant before. I have a link down below if you want to try to get it. I think they have a 30% off sale, so I think you actually get a little bit more of a deal if you use my link. I kind of worked that in for you guys. But yeah, that's the first one. The other ones are actually all free. So this one right here is called a MACD indicator. I have a tutorial on how to get that one. Stochastic, I have a tutorial on that one, and I have a tutorial on the RSI. They're all very, they're very basic indicators that most of you guys will start to use as soon as you guys start to learn how to trade. Go over to Investopedia or a YouTube video or anything like that, and just say, how do I set up a MACD, or how do I use a MACD? How do I set up a stochastic indicator? How do I add a stochastic indicator on my charts? That type of stuff. I will be putting some more of those easy tutorials on there for you later on. I think I should probably do that. The next video though is the next video I have scheduled is actually for tomorrow. I might have to get it pushed back until Sunday or Monday until they're done doing the flooring after everything. But the next video is before I went to Vegas, somebody was asking me to post a video about how to withdraw money from Fairdesk, and that's the top of my list right now. So that's the next one I'm doing. After that, I'll do a simple MACD video. But I think if you just type in my channel, maybe, my channel, MACD, there's the Impulse MACD, how to set up the MACD indicator like a pro. It's right there, yep. How to add MACD to charts. So I have a few of them already. Like I said, they're very blunt and straight to the point, so YouTube doesn't promote them because they're too short of content. However, you know, they're there, they work. I think the only video that's really gotten traction on that one has been how to add a moving average on TradingView. I think my videos at the top. How to add moving averages on TradingView 2024. I posted a new one here 3 weeks ago. It's right there. Then I have another video, exponential moving averages right there. And I have one right here, double exponential moving averages. And I might even had one that's like triple exponential moving averages. I don't know. But yeah, I have a lot of videos on this type of stuff. Basically, they only get views if people search for it. But yeah, that's an easy way to go for it. MACD, stochastic, and the RSI. Nice and easy tools. Mine are fine-tuned a little bit more than everybody else's because I've used ChatGPT to kind of figure out the best settings for me. The MACD is the same. The RSI is actually the same. It's just the stochastic that I've added way more lag, and that stochastic has given me much more confidence in this really volatile crypto market over the past few quarters at this point now, right? Hey, discount. Yes, I am actually starting that back up. Well, see, I was going to start doing that tomorrow. But yeah, let me actually give you one right now because I was working on this. YouTube breakouts. It was a 4-hour chart. I believe it was Disney. It hasn't happened yet, though. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. So Disney's on the verge of going bullish, 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 and everything. You're kind of just waiting for tomorrow on the 4-hour chart. And I'm hoping that you can have a 1 to 2 day hold, which would probably be Friday to Monday. And you're waiting for that pop to come back up. And you're really not looking for a breakout here. You're just, the heck? There you go. You're looking for a retest of this resistance. If it breaks out, awesome. It's not what I'm really expecting here. It's a short-term play from 90 to 92 for a quick in and out profit for holding maybe 1 to 2 days. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just waiting for that confirmation right here on the MACD. We're not there yet. The stochastic is there. It's kind of more neutral right now, turning bullish. RSI is going to be bullish if we just have one green candle, basically. Meanwhile, the 1 hour, you had the buy signal here, here, and here. It went up a little bit, but it didn't really go high because it hit that order block. Same concept, though. Once the stochastic goes green, that's more of a day trade where you're going to expect it to go back up for maybe 90.5 or something, back up here to 91. I'm expecting, though, once the 4-hour completes itself, it's going to break out above this order block and go back over here to $92, back into that range that we just talked about here on the 4, 91, 92.23. That range is what I'm looking for. I would just be looking to buy $92 strike price calls that expire next Friday. In and out, easy. Don't rush it too much. That's the play. Your stop loss is really just going to be the level of support right over here, 89.99, or let me just be more precise for you, 89.97. But yeah, there you go. I'll make a formal video on it though too. I just hate that they're doing my thing right now. My flooring and stuff is going to be so freaking noisy. How accurate is the percent on the order blocks? I would say it's pretty reliable, but the way I've used order blocks, the way I've come to trust order blocks is they're more reliable on the first attempt at testing out the support level. They're much less reliable on the second, way less reliable on the third, and not reliable at all on the fourth. So the first time you come up to an order block, there's some support. It works out pretty well. You can bounce off it. You can actually see it here right now. The second time you can see we're trying to bounce right now. We're just kind of holding. Nothing's really affirmed, like bounced or crashed just yet. But it's a little bit more difficult. Excuse me. The third time is usually where you break down. Not always, but usually. The reason for that is a lot of times when you're going into those order blocks on the more bearish sides, like the support order blocks, what's happening is that the price action is making lower highs and it's making more neutral or level lows. So what you're basically happening is a consolidation. That consolidation is usually happening after something that was happening higher. So you're just in a continuation pattern as you're making your way down, and you're just trying to time that move. The easiest way to get around that is basically not try to short into the order block, that first attempt you get. It usually doesn't work all too well. A good example of this is a 2-hour chart here. Let's go all the way back to like September maybe. This works for positive side and the negative side here. But I would say positive, when you're breaking out, it's much easier to actually just break out here. So what you see is first attempt right here to break out. Came close here. This is the second attempt to break out. 10x, let's go here. We broke out the second time, okay? First time testing. Second time testing. It actually we broke down a little bit, but it managed to hold. Third time, I don't know, maybe that was just one all nasty one. See how it went down there the other time? First time, it hit. Second time, it broke out. So I'm waiting to see order blocks pop up. Okay, the new order block. First attempt, popped above. Now a new order block. New order block. All right, first attempt didn't work. Second attempt didn't work. Going for a third here. First attempt helped. Second attempt went down. First attempt down here. Seeing a squeeze basically happen with all those moving averages. Eventually fell down below that. I would say popped up above it the first time, came back down here once. Second, third, fourth. 1, 2, break above. 1, 2, 3. See what I'm saying? There's a generalness of like how long the support can kind of hold there. I kind of hope that answered your question. If not, let me know and I can try to explain a little bit more. But that's usually how I feel about order blocks. They work maybe 1, 2 times, and the third time, fourth time is like and sometimes they just get broken through immediately. But usually, you're gonna want to see some of those moves. So like if I go back over here very fast, doopity boopity. All right, you can see it moving. Okay, so you saw it hit once. Oh, I should probably put auto on here, yeah. Hit once, broke out. You see how the momentum is on the side of the breakout? So buy, worked out. Let's go back over here again. Why is it so strained here? Okay, first attempt right here. You have a sell, sell, sell. That didn't work out right here. Sell, sell, sell. It went down for all of 15 minutes, but didn't go through the order block, okay? If you understand that, hey, the first attempt going through the order block isn't going to work, then you can be like, hey, I probably shouldn't make that trade. Another reason why is if this is a 2-hour chart, if I just put this line right here, there you go. You can see that 20 moving average is also right there at that period of time. You can see the MACD was still bullish. You can see the stochastic was just turning bearish. It was just turning bearish. At the time, it was actually still bullish. That last 4-hour chart, yeah. So it was still bullish at the time, turning negative, but not there yet. And so if I continue off of this, finally bearish, 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 okay? Just having a change of character right here, then you can see the continuation. Then we're back into this order block, but this is the first time we're going into this order block on the 4-hour chart. Right? We never escaped out of it. Everything was still telling you to sell. Everything was still telling you to sell, except for the MACD. The stochastic actually turned positive just right here, but the MACD wasn't positive. The RSI was still negative. You can use the order blocks like that quite a bit. That's my 2 cents on order blocks. Okay, let's get that back in order. Let's get that back in order. Let's go back over here to the hourly chart with Bitcoin. And there we go. Order block. First attempt, second attempt. Second attempt had a little bit more of a gash. If we test it out again, well, we're probably coming back down. Although you can see that on the 1-hour chart, we are turning more positive now. Maybe in the next hour, we have an opportunity for everything to be green, change of character, and that could boost us all the way back up here to 43,287. That's totally reasonable at this point. We're not going to make a new high, perhaps, but at least we're still consolidating. We're not just plummeting back to earth. 4-hour, negative, negative, negative. We'll see how it goes. Second attempt down here. We're kind of in the midst of the second attempt, and you've seen how long we can kind of hover above these things before ultimately breaking back down. The good thing right now is if we do manage to break out a little bit more over the next 10 hours or so, that surge above the 20 can really get us all the way back up here, like I said, to 43,240s. If you're buying right now, that's going to be a perfect price target for you guys. You could also try to get back into this level up here of resistance. The first attempt failed, obviously. But you can try to break above that. For me, just getting back right below it, fine, easy, make my money, run, that type of stuff. It does take time, though. It does take time. So that's something that may be a little bit annoying for most of you guys to hear, but time is of the essence when it comes to, well, not essence, but it'll take a while for that trade to pan out. And hey, Rebecca, just let a Romeo and Juliet in your honor to kick back and soak in your alpha. Let's do it, Sage. Dude, I appreciate it a lot. I'm going to be buying another pack, like a whole party pack of cigars here pretty soon. I don't remember what they're called. Let me do this right here. Jimmy, what's it called? Jimmy. One of these. So I was asking a friend about it. He works for a cigar page, and for $69, I get each of these. And, all I really smoke are like Padrones and Arturo Fuentes and, my fathers and stuff. I really don't go outside my comfort zone. So this is how I go outside my comfort zone. I pack of 20 cigars, $69, pretty good deal. And basically comes with all of these things. Last of my kind Sigma, Pen Standard Box Press Magnum. I'm not a fan of box press, but I'm getting used to them, I would say. Magia, or Magilla, I have to say Magia. Grand Toro, Hoofty Hellbound, Untitled Berserker number 5, Record Bond number 5, and so forth. So I'm excited to try specifically these Olivias right here. I'm not really used to the Olivias, but I think they're going to be good. So I'm going to buy some of these up, and they'll probably get here when they get here. But my first two cigars I'm going to be doing reviews on are going to be the Padron 1926 series, 90th anniversary, Maduro, and then the next one's going to be the 1926 series, 90th anniversary, natural. So excited to get those through. Actually, I just had to re-season my humidor. I actually dried out completely because I left it down in the cold too long. So that's been fun. But I'm getting used to it. I think I just got to buy a new humidor. I got to buy one of those nice like $500 1,000 ones that it's like temperature controlled. It does everything a lot more electronic components to it instead of just a wooden box. I'm excited to try that out though. There we go. And we just talked about this actually having a little bit of a move. It's trying right now. Whether to make it, keep an eye out for it. But I think we just talked about 15 minutes ago, change of character happening right there. And that change of character was happening before all these buy signals came in. So this is a day trading activity right here. For me, honestly, wait for it to reject, pull back, second attempt, the momentum should continue, then you're good. There's different ways of using those order blocks to kind of for your benefit, but usually you just try to find a pattern that works with your style of trading. Okay. Because you can also see on the 1 hour chart, moving average resistance, it's going to have to pop and pop really hard over a period of 2 hours for that to really make yourself some money. Regarding the SRI, do you look for RSI to cross down over the RSI upper band at 70, or do you watch for the RSI to cross down the RSI base and make for short? Both. To me, I care more about the line crossover than the crossover back into the from overbought to just neutral territory, so to speak. Both, but I think that it's the line crossover, like the average crossovers are more important in my opinion, just because you see it happen a lot. But a crossover happening in oversold territory is much more influential than a crossover happening right here in towards the oversold territory. Does that make sense? It's kind of relative. Where does that cross happen? If it's happening in overbought territory, oh boy, I'm much more excited about it. If you want to be even more confident, you want to see the crossover happen, right? You want to see the line go out of the territory, which means like either extremely overbought or in this case, extremely oversold. You want to see that crossover happen once it's back in the neutral zone, and then you can buy. In this case, it would have told you to buy right here, not way down here, but you still end up making some money off it, as well as the everything was saying buy and buy over here. So that general zone of, hey, buy in right now, boom, you're good. This one was a little bit more interesting though, because it was overall within that longer downtrend that we've been talking about in the 4 hour chart. So, oh, my headphones came out. Just a little bit more sketchy of a trade, but you see how that short-term move was still there. Those short-term moves require you to have discipline to just get out. And not getting out can be it's not going to cost you like technically a lot of money, but it's going to cost you money. And that's annoying to lose money because you weren't disciplined enough to get out of the trade. The downside with that, and this is my downside that I have been very vocal about, a lot of times it means you sold a little bit too early. So in this last example here, let's scroll this down here. You can see there was a buy signal here off the RSI, a buy signal here off the stochastic, and a buy signal here on the MACD, all right around here. Okay, so I ended up taking a trade right here. Okay, the reason I took it right here was because I have a specific rules, as you guys know. After we have a large drop, once we break above the 20 moving average on the 15-minute chart, this is hour chart, excuse me. Doop, doop, doop. This is not what the type of thing I was talking about. There you go. There you go. When we have those breakouts above, I tend to buy. Okay. Now, this one worked out fine. Ended up going up higher. We had one test. Guess what? The one test held. Kept on going up, and it was fine. And then went right here. Oddly enough, I could have done the same trade over here, but this was happening so early, I would have lost money. So this is a perfect example of how I might have taken this trade, and it wouldn't have worked out. This one is also a little bit different because see how we had a change of character here where we broke above? There was no change of character here as far as breaking above this previous level of resistance. Once you started seeing us break above a nice clear pivot point, whether it be here or here, it's much more of a game on type of effect for the long-term trading. This is a long-term on a 15-minute chart, so a few hours or something. And then what happens is I have my price target right here, or you go for the next one. For me, I was kind of scared of what was going on in the market, so I sold right here. Okay, so I sold right there. Well, what ended up happening? We came down a little bit after I sold, so I was kind of happy about it. But then we consolidated again. We had a few more buy signals coming in here. Not as many as you would think, though, right? It's not like it was like, "Ooh, look at this, buy, buy, buy." No, not really. And then it kept on going up, and then ultimately we ended up coming back down to where we are right now. To me, buying right here and selling right here for a 2% gain on a 10x leverage or 20x leverage or even 5x leverage, 13 hours, that's okay. I mean, that's okay. And these type of trades, I'm not even actually personally selling it. I have a price target, so it's automatically set to do a market trade when we hit that level. And that's kind of how I do it. Specifically on this 15-minute chart with the after a crash is kind of my strategy for how I like to do it. I've been doing that for close to a few years now, and it's worked out at like 90% of the time. It's a really good strategy. 1 hour, there we go. Here's the surge that we need to see. Let's see if we can have it. Because most people are going to be waiting for the pullback off of this. Like right now, this kind of reminds me of the last trade. See how on the one I said it didn't work out? This resistance level that we have to get through. You want to see it really break out above this before you get really excited. But the reason that you're okay with it, like maybe getting rejected right here, is because you bought the change of character right here. But the oscillators really didn't turn over until here. So, or even here, I guess if you want to call the MACD. So, a little bit more iffy, less reliable, but still interesting to watch. I wouldn't have taken this trade unless I opened it right here. But this is more of a feeling trade. Look at the 5-minute chart. All right. Buy. Change of character right here. A little bit more resistance right there. So you're probably going to wait a little bit longer. And then boom, this could be an easy scalp. It's also breaking above this. You could still take a trade here, but you're waiting for a little bit more of a consolidation before that pop. Little things like that. Which is why you see a lot of traders that just have like 8 windows open or just like, sometimes 4. You just want to have some time frames here to kind of see everything without having to go back and forth. A lot of my charts are going to be like that, where it's like one chart has all the oscillators on it. Then I just copy, like you can say, copy this page, and it'll transfer all the indicators to every other page. And then one's a daily chart, one's a 4-hour chart, one's a 1-hour chart, one's a 15-minute chart, one's a 5-minute chart. You place your trade based off of when you want to do it, and you're good to go. When Dogecoin ETF, I actually have no idea. No idea whatsoever. And hey, Tunsi, I can't pronounce his name properly, but you want to check out Hop? Okay. Much more bullish than a lot of other plays out there right now. It's only down about 2% today. Pretty decent compared to what Bitcoin is, because Bitcoin's kind of at this neutral point at this point in time, and altcoins overall are pretty much down, trying to make a comeback here because, Bitcoin, of course, is trying to have that little breakout that we just talked about. But daily charts, a little bit more iffy. I don't really like this as a huge breakout trade. If you're looking to buy right now, you should just put your stop loss somewhere around the 0.0022 level. you're up against an order block, which is pretty darn large. Where does this come from? All the way back over here of August of 2022. So you're just reaching up into a big level of resistance right now. Usually not the time where I like to buy. If you're looking for a reason to buy, I would wait for everything to kind of point to more of a bullish buying sign. It's like an ugly choppy buying sign. It's like buy, but it's like ugly and choppy. It basically means not getting the best entry price, right? The place to buy was back over here when everything went by. You can see how it's been moving up since then. Let me go over here to the 4-hour chart though, just to see if I can find anything. This thing has had some nasty wicks. How much of it? That was 8% wick. Wow. Okay, so pretty volatile, probably a lower market cap play. The 4-hour charts are just turning negative right now, so you may actually see this come back down here to 0.0022. Back to where that stop loss was, honestly, a little bit less than that. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be buying this one right now unless it comes down a little bit more here. Let me go to the 2-hour chart just to double check. Having a small breakdown, nothing crazy. Back into this neutral territory. Yeah, not the best here. Few sell signals a while ago. It's only been coming down a little bit down since then, though. It still has some more room to run, though, it looks like, over the next week or so. If Bitcoin can kind of hold these levels and just consolidate, you might be able to buy at a lower price of around 0.00225, perhaps, if you want to be a little bit more greedy about it. And then you're going to be trying to play it back up here to 0.0026. That return would probably, looks like about 16%. So it's actually pretty decent. It's just the numbers are so small, it doesn't feel like it. For me, this is much more of a swing trade. You're going to be looking to hold for a couple days, 2 to 3 days perhaps, and then waiting for that large move. Once that large move happens, though, I'm not trying to hold and wait for a breakout. I would be scaling out at least 60 to 70% on the move back up here towards 0.0027. After that, you can leave 30%, 40%, whatever you're looking for, to ride it out and see how much higher it goes. That's probably the safest way to go, just to make sure you actually retain some profit. And then you can move your stop loss up from this 0.0019. If you're buying right now, you have that one. Or you can have it at 0.00215, or even up here, I guess, if you wanted to, at 0.0023, which I don't recommend. And then from there, as it moves up higher, you can move the stop loss up one low. So move from here up to here. Or if you're up here and it breaks it on the upside, you can move it from here back up to where you bought it, because you're probably going to try to buy it down here. And that could be a good opportunity to say, hey, no matter what, I'm walking away with some type of profit here. You're really hoping that Bitcoin can really take a majestic step here, because if Bitcoin flushes down, that thing's flushing down like everything else. Benki, I think we already talked about this one, but let me see. Let's see. So it's having a failed breakout right now. The oscillators are still all bearish, but 4-hour chart, everything's bullish. Hitting an order block right now. First attempt, first attempt failed. Second attempt, it looks like it's trying to go here. Hit a whole bunch of order blocks though. What made this come back down though? I mean, this thing just got hit back down quite hard. I would say it's okay to buy into this one, even though we had this little bit of a shocker here. I would prefer to see that we actually break out sometime over the next 20 hours and 53 minutes, kind of going with this daily candle here, because that volatility above that 20-day moving average should be a good boom for you guys. If you can just get it to close above maybe 0.024, so like, a little bit under 2.5 pennies, I think you can get the MACD and the other oscillators to actually go bullish here, and it's signaling a whole bunch more people to buy into it. From there, you're probably just going to get back up here to 3 cents. From 2 to 3 cents, I think that's going to be a good one. Yeah, it's about 40%. That's what I'd be looking for right now. It may find a way to go more parabolic than that, but right now it just feels like it's consolidating, waiting for another large boom. The breakout, though, it looks like it's shaking some people out, some weekends, because look at that. Beautiful breakout, getting annihilated back down. RSI, everything still looks fine. You can see it's starting to tilt back over. 1 hour is definitely tilting back over. Yeah, stochastic RSI both getting into bearish territory. MACD still fine. 15 still looking fine. Yeah, this seems to me like a time to accumulate a position. Your stop loss is going to be very close by at 0.020134, which would just be a small loss of about 9% compared to the money you're looking to make, which is again 9% relative to the next level of resistance up here of 24%, still over a 2-to-1 ratio, or up here around 45, or if you're looking for the top for a new breakout, which could definitely happen, 70%. For me though, like I said, you could scale it as you need to, but this seems like still an okay opportunity to accumulate. The daily charts haven't turned positive just yet, but it feels like they're going to any day now. That volatility though is going to be insane, so just get ready for some volatility. You may even see some people that aren't even using the 9% stop loss, and they're using the stop loss all the way down here at about 0.018, which is just like crazy. That's the stop loss for about like 16%, which means you better be hoping for that 60 to 79%, or 70 to 69% increase in that profit. If we're lucky, we may get Bitcoin booming back up here later on today. It's been that type of market for Bitcoin over the last few weeks. We're still waiting for that consolidation, that breakout, but again, it's possible here. Hour is not there yet, but once the hourly chart gets there, we should be in a little bit better opportunity. Again, not to make a new high and break out above this recent high over here, but just to come back up, make a new test, make a new lower high, basically, which would work just fine with a lot of people. Let's see. Hey, Glenn, I think Matic's fine. I would be long it right now, just even though Bitcoin's having some issues. Matic has a history of going against Bitcoin when Bitcoin's kind of going more neutral or sideways or even down. So it's more of a long shot, but I like the way it's forming up right now. Watch the oscillators on the 1-hour chart and the 2-hour chart. 4-hour chart should swing along with them if you ask me, even if Bitcoin's coming down, hopefully. Let's see right here. Can I spot a head and shoulders pattern on 30-minute chart Bitcoin? And hey, Matt, happy to see you back. 30-minute chart. None that are coming up, it looks like. So I'm assuming you're talking about this one, right? Oops, that's not the right line tool. I expect you're probably talking about this one right here. We did break down below it. All the oscillators were selling sell, sell, sell at the time. But really, they were all screaming sell, I guess, all the way back over here. I don't use the 30-minute chart so much, so I'm not actually familiar with how these work on it. The RSI is a little too choppy. Stochastic's a little bit too choppy for me, and same with the MACD, so I don't really use it too much. But you can see the sell signals were there. Change of character was there right here. Actually, maybe right here. Still worked out a little bit, came back down. Good trade if you took it. Came right back into the order block. Nice, easy trade. Probably lasted a few hours, and you made about 1% off of it. 1.29, 1.3. Pretty good returns there. But yeah, there's definitely a head and shoulders here. Got a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. Worked out pretty well if you ask me. Oh shit, I should not have done that. There you go. Everything's still online. Okay, yeah, all the lines are still there. Perfect. I have 25K. I got 20 on ILV4 on QT and on Ethereum Classic. Will I become a millionaire? I can't really answer that. I'm not good at those types of guesses. But basically, you should make a profit if you're able to just hold and basically wait for the market to actually have that big pump sometime in 2024. I'm not convinced that we're just going to be soaring for all of 2024. I think we're going to have some type of large crash, maybe back down to like $30,000 or something. Then we're going to have a huge boom, and that huge boom is going to take us to the promised land. I just don't know when exactly that's going to happen. You can see everything on the weekly slowing down quite a bit in order for that preparation to be coming down like a gradual decline, flush out, then all of a sudden we're racing up to the heavens. But the best way to turn that into $1 million is basically just to buy and hold and wait on it. And then once you see that you've made enough profit for yourself, or you hit your price targets, that's basically when I would start looking to sell and take that money and put it into my bank account, so to speak, so you can pay off all those beautiful taxes. All right. But okay, buddy, I got to start getting my place cleaned up for the people to show up tomorrow. So I'm going to cut the stream off after like about, an hour and 20 minutes or something we've been talking. I will try to see you guys tomorrow. I may end up just recording from my phone or something like that, because basically I have to turn off my computer, unplug everything, or unplug my camera, move all of these windows off somewhere else into one of my walk-in closets, and then I have to move my desk, put it back there so they can actually wash the floors again, put the new tile on the floor, the wood on the floor, whatever it is, and then there's like holes all in my walls and some of my closets. They have to like plaster all that shit up. So it's gonna be a process. But I will see you guys tomorrow, one way or another, and then from there I'll try to stream the next day. They're gone. I'll move everything back and I'll be streaming that night. Okay. And thanks, Discount Killer. I definitely need the help on the repairs. It has taken so damn long. You guys have a great rest of your night, and I hope to see you guys as soon as I can. Thanks.